Hello drone lovers, welcome to my channel. Well, as you can see from my previous video that I have already updated this quad with the R9mm with ExpressLRS, and it felt good, and it felt really good. Well, I'm going to attempt to modify this quad, which is my Mark 4 HD5, which has a Slim Plus R9Slim Plus receiver with the ExpressLRS. For the R9Slim Plus, it's so much simpler to update because it's all connected with a plug. So from the R9Slim Plus, you can see that the bottom here is actually there's a plug which I can unplug to the that connects to the FC, the flight controller. I can plug in this cable and connect the other end, which is the servo plug, into the Taranis here to program the bootloader. Okay. Once I program the bootloader, then I need to move a wire, which is this is currently using the F port, which connects the transmitter, the TX, to the S port. So I got to remove one wire from the S port on the receiver end and connect it to the RX pin. And then from the TX pin of the connector, I will wire to the RX on the flight controller with this wire. So this is so much more easier to change than the R9mm. Well, stay on and I will show you how it is done. Okay, the first step is to remove everything so that you can have access to your R9Slim. So what we need to do is, because the Taranis itself will power up the Slim Plus, we do not need any battery. All we need is this wire. We unplug the cable that goes into the Slim Plus. Let me show you in a zoom in mode. Okay, so this is connector number 1, which you can see from the labels here. Okay, is VCC, and then followed by S. Let me turn it around so they can read it properly. Okay, so you can see the labels. It says VCC, which is the 5 volt. You have the S port next to it, and the ground at the bottom. Okay, the bottom pin. So what I need to do is to unplug this plug. Okay, and plug this in. Okay. So you can see these 3 pins. This is the top one is VCC, followed by S port and ground. The ground is the bottom one. Okay, and we plug it in. Okay, and this part goes into your Taranis, and then we will put in the Slim Plus firmware. Okay, I've already went to the website to download the firmware into the Taranis. You can see from the menus button, I hold from the menu button down, long press, and then I page to the folders page. I scroll down to firmware and I put it into the ELRS folder. So as you can see here, I have the R9Slim Plus, the last one. Okay, ELRS bootloader.frk. I'm going to flash this in first into my Slim Plus as the first step. And once you have the bootloader in, then it will allow you to flash the firmware via the Betaflight Passthrough. So for the first step, we need to remove the R9M, and we plug this into the back. Okay, the red color wire goes on top. The third goes to the third pin, third from the top, and then followed by the black one, which is the 4th pin, and the yellow one is the S port pin. Okay, so we're going to plug it in this way. Okay, now I'm going to let you see. Take note of the blinking light of the Slim Plus once I start to flash it in. So I'm going to hold down this button now, and I'm say flash. I'm going to down to flash external module. Okay, you can see the Slim Plus is now blinking. Okay, it says flash successful. Okay, that's it. So we just exit, and it powers off by itself, and then we can just plug out this wire. So your bootloader is already in. This is the first step. Okay, so let's go to the web page that shows how to flash Slim Plus. So I've already put a bookmark here. I will have this bookmark in the description below. Now we just scroll down to the FrSky receivers, and we hunt for R9Slim Plus. Okay, so flashing using a TX. Okay, so this is the one. Updating is easier via Passthrough. So we just click on this one. Okay, and this is the connection. Okay, we need to connect the receiver, okay, to FC transmitter. So the last pin is the receiver, the second last pin is the transmitter. Okay, let's show you in a bigger picture. Okay, you can see ground, receiver, transmitter. Okay, so we're going to connect the yellow wire here, or green wire, or anyway, can be any other color as long as you can distinguish between them. So receiver and transmitter. Okay, so we'll do the wiring now. Okay, I've done the soldering, as you can see. Okay, the green wire is the RX receiver, and it's from the original solder T1. You can't see it's blocked by the yellow wire. And then the yellow wire here is R1, and it goes to the TX pin. So you can see ground, the black one, followed by the green one, which is RX and TX. Okay, it's different from the coloring of the diagram shown in the website, but as long as it is receiver to transmitter, transmitter to receiver, it should be fine. So now I'm going to configure Betaflight into Crossfire, select the protocol Crossfire, and I'm going to set the RX serial RX inverted to off, serial RX duplex to off, because for FrSky's F port we have configured the half duplex to on. So anyway, this part I will not show. I will just refer you to the other video which I have updated for the R9mm, and the procedure is exactly the same. Okay, now the next step is to configure the Betaflight settings. So I just show you what I did. I already configured the ports. Basically, it's whatever the website says, you do it. Okay. Okay, let's open Betaflight. Okay. Connect. Okay, then we go to ports. So we take note now. We solder on TX1 and RX1. So we're going to use UART1. So just take note that serial RX will be in UART1. Just enable it, which is already enabled because I was using F port before. Next, we go to the configuration. we will have to scroll down to the receivers, and then first you have to choose the serial based receiver, which is the same as FrSky, F-port. But over here, you need to select the provider as Crossfire, CRSF, okay? And then click on the Save and Reboot. Okay, I've already done it, so I'm just showing you what you have to do. The next step you have to do is to go into CLI and type in get serial and look at all the serial settings and take note of the serial inverted, make sure it's off, and the serial half duplex and also make sure it's off. If not, then please type set serial underscore, okay, serial RX underscore, select the inverted first and make it equals to off, and then you press enter, and then set again serial RX underscore half duplex equals to off, select off, enter. Then make sure you type save, and then the CLI command has been saved. Okay, so just double check it always. Remember, make sure once you set it, make sure you double check again. Just go get serial and enter, and then just double check to make sure that the inverted is off and the half duplex is off. So once you have done Betaflight, make sure you disconnect with the Betaflight and close it, because now we're going to run the ExpressLRS configurator. So make sure you select the latest release, okay, and then take note, select the device target as Slim Plus. For this case, it's Slim Plus. Make sure that you select the right one. If yours is Slim Plus OTA, then you select Slim Plus OTA. Okay, then you select the regulatory domain. Okay, okay, and then once you check all these boxes, make sure you key in the binding phrase. The binding phrase and that you key in here in your receiver has to be the same as the one you key in for your transmitter. And if it matches, then it will bind automatically. And then, okay, in this case, I will click on this box, no sync on ARM, because on my transmitter, I use no sync on ARM. Okay, you can create two firmwares if you like, one with in your transmitter with one no sync on ARM and one with sync on ARM. Then you can have a couple of different drones. Some you configure with no sync because you may want to fly short distance and just around the trees. But some you want to configure with sync. That means you don't check it. Then because maybe you want to fly long distance or long range. But for this case, I'm just going to fly around nearby, around trees, just to have a good signal. And then make sure you enable telemetry if you want to have information on your battery voltage and various GPS signals, because I have a GPS chip here, you can see. And if you want to have current and also other information like the receiver signal strength, then you make sure you check this box here. Once it's done, okay, then everything is okay, just click on build and flash. Okay, don't worry, check everything first, make sure it's okay, then click on build and flash, and the ExpressLRS configurator will build the firmware, and after that it will automatically detect the pass-through, and it will go through the flight controller to write the firmware into your Slim Plus or the receiver. Okay, just wait for a while. It may take some time. This is normal, as it says here. Okay, it's normal, especially for the first build. If you have built before, it may be faster. Okay, if your connections is okay, your soldering is okay, then this is the part where it does the writing the firmware into your R9Slim Plus. And here it says the result is successful. Okay, now that it's successful, you just click back and you close it. And that's it. You can unplug. Okay, and your firmware is already the latest in here. Alright, the next step, once you have flashed your receiver, just make sure you can copy
Welcome to OpenTN.
the closest model from the previous
flight mode acro, throttle active, engine off,
okay,
engine off, vario off.
So many. Okay, just copy the previous model and name it to your quad, and then you can go in here and you can go to your next page. You can see this is where you name your quad, and then you go to the bottom page. Okay, you scroll up, make sure at the external RF you select crossfire. That's all. Okay, don't worry about the channel, just select crossfire and it should communicate with your R9M. I think if you have followed my previous video, you would have done this. So the next step now we're going to do is C8. We're going to verify the stick input using Betaflight. So let's connect the drone using via USB, and let's run Betaflight. Okay, so here's the drone. You can see from my sticks, and then I'm going to connect to COM3 and then select receiver, and you can see from the screen here is the receivers. Okay, I'm moving the throttle. Okay, and I'm moving the yaw, left, right. Now pitch up, pitch down, roll left, roll right, roll left. Okay, everything is okay. Make sure that it's from 1000 to 2000 from min to max for every stick position. If not, you have to set it in the RX range. I will not cover it in this video because RX range is another topic. Alright, and of course make sure the channel map is correct, otherwise you won't be able to map the correct sticks to the correct auxiliary ports here, or the channels here, sorry. The channel map will be AETR1234 because this is already set in your special OpenTX that you downloaded, okay, into your R9M. Alright, so hope you can give me a thumbs up on this video. It's not that easy to make because everything has to be done first and planned out later to see how I arrange it to make it from step 1 to the last step for you to see. In fact, you can look at my previous videos on how to set it up. I've already created all these steps. I have A, B, and C, and if you look at the timestamp of my previous video of installing ExpressLRS, you will be able to easily follow because I put it in this order in 3 separate groups. Okay, first group is to you can see here, download the latest OpenTX into your radio, and the second group is to prepare the SD card, and the third group is to do the flashing. Alright, so hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Okay, I'm ready to test the Mark IV with ExpressLRS. This is the first maiden flight of it. Let's see how it goes.
Flight mode idle up 1.